Reid, the National Road and Sporting Director for YPT. I guess if you want to be successful in cycling and just to achieve your own goals, then you've got to do some training. Otherwise, you go out, do a race, and then you don't feel like doing anything for the following week. Fundamentally, training is about being able to do a race and recover nicely and do something again the next day, or not have to spend the whole next day in bed. I mean, training and how much you train obviously depends on how much time you have to train. So the more time you have to train, the more you can just get out and ride. And getting out and riding forms a good fundamental basis for laying a good foundation of fitness, for which you can build specific things up on top of afterwards. But if you've got limited time to train, then you need to be a bit smarter about what you're doing. And for example, if I had only three hours a week to train, or 3 1-hour rides, say, then I'd want to be going out and riding pretty hard, or at a good sort of level for that hour, and then repeating that 3 times a week. And that's more or less all you can do. You can't do like 3 1-hour easy rides a week. That's not really going to give you as much progress as just going out and smacking yourself up for an hour 3 times a week. So you've got to have a nice balance. If you've got limited time to train, then you need to train a bit more intensely, or put some specific intervals in. If you've got a bit more time, then you can afford to do a few more coffee shop rides. Have fun. First of all, I guess you probably want to pick an event, one of the RCR series races. Target it depending on how much riding you're currently doing. Look a few months ahead. If you're already doing a bit of training, then you'd probably be ready to go in a couple of weeks' time. But if you're not doing too much cycling at the moment and you're just getting into it, then you probably want to pick something not too far away, because you don't want to sort of lose sight of your end goal. But maybe 2 or 3 months away, where you can get some good solid rides into yourself first. Doing some good general riding, especially around the weekend when you've got a bit more time and you can go out and ride for a couple of hours, and with other people as well, and learn a lot of skills, a lot of bunch skills that ideally you won't pick up by yourself, obviously. The other sorts of things you can do within your week are intervals, targeting different aspects of fitness. So typically if you go out and ride, you're probably just going for a general ride. You probably want to ride at maybe 5 out of 10 kind of intensity. So it's not too easy but not too hard. Sort of right in the middle, and that'll form like a bulk of your training, especially if you've got a bit of time to ride. But as you get closer to the event, then doing things where you mix it up, put in some harder efforts. Maybe shorter, sharper efforts, anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes, things like that. Just to give your heart a good workout. Yeah, your fundamentals are your endurance rides, and just your general riding. That's sort of 5 out of 10 level that I've spoken about before. Other things that you can look to do is kind of I guess threshold rides, or steady state riding, where you're riding more like that kind of 7.5 out of 10. Which is probably riding as more or less as hard as you can for sort of anywhere from 20 minutes through to say 45 minutes, or even up to 60 minutes. So doing some work in that zone really gives you that good sustained ability to ride at a good tempo. You'll tend to feel that really in your legs as well as in your breathing. So things like that are probably a couple of key sessions. And then other things, like obviously if you've got a hilly race coming up, then you need to be, or you're carrying a little bit of extra weight, then practicing on the hills, even dropping a couple of kilos, which the weight will tend to fall off a bit when you're just with doing a bit of riding, and maybe watching what you're eating a little bit, still getting in that food straight after your riding, making sure you're getting in some good carbohydrates so that you're good to go the next day. When Eddie Mix was asked, how do you become a pro cyclist, I think he said just ride lots. And to a large extent, if you've got plenty of time to get out there and ride, then the more you can do, the more training you can do, as long as you're not getting sick, not getting injured, etc. Is going to really help form a really good foundation and allow you to build on top of that. And saying that, if you are on limited time to train, then you do need to be clever about what you're doing, and get the advice of a coach, and avoid the things such as just plateauing through just doing lots of training, through not being on good form on the day of your race, and things like that. That's where you need to get some other advice, other than just riding lots. Having a goal for each session, whether it be you want to go out and ride for a set amount of time, or cover some hills, or you want to do some sprint work. You want to know what you're going out to do every session you go out and do. You can do a bit of research on the internet for sure. You can often find certain events, like maybe around the Lake Taupo, they'll have a basic training program and some ideas that you can follow through with. And it is really good if you can to get a coach though, or someone. It doesn't have to be someone who is writing you a really detailed plan, but someone else who you can bounce ideas off. Someone even if it's a training partner who's done a bit more riding, talk to them about the sorts of things that you can do. It's great for your motivation if you've got someone else to go out and ride with, and especially if it's someone who's a little bit better than you too. Often that's good for making some gains. Obviously, if you've got the ability to get a coach, then it's a great way to go, and you can get a lot of advice from them, and they can be like another person sort of external to you, to give you some good insights as to how you look like you're coping with the training. If they look at you when you come to see them and you're tired and your eyes are half closed, and then they're probably going to tell you, hey, maybe you're overdoing it a little bit, you need to back off. So it's good to have someone outside of yourself helping you to make some decisions about your training. Yeah, there's probably quite a few of you out there who wouldn't bat an eyelid at going and spending a substantial amount of money on a new bike, or some new wheels, or the latest, lightest, fastest thing. But comparatively speaking, compared to that sort of thing, investing in a coach, which is probably relatively minor expense compared to those things, and I guess the effects of a coach, or the impact that a coach can have on you and your performance is so great compared to the latest, greatest technology, that it's definitely worthwhile spending that money, or spending some of that money on a coach, and still going and buying the fast things as well.